our minister wanted to show his patriotism by celebrating our flag with an invoice of 22 million rands.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like if the roof in your house was leaking, you didn't go, hey, I think I should get a new couch. You know what I'm saying? I think you must have sofa in.
You can't, man.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get a new plasma screen in this house. And it's raining there, water here, wet.
Oh, ceiling bottle wheel.
How horrible, your bed is clunky and thinking, hey, I think I must get a new headboard. No, get a new bed, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Patch your roof first. Make sure that the smear fence is going through.
Now you want to tell Paras you spend 22 million on a flag. You think they're not going to... Cables are going off now. They're stealing cables. They're not going to steal the same piece of that.
You find that one guy with the arm behind, look at the flag.
He's going to fight with that flag.
It's 120
meters. He's a scrap yard, the whole thing. I'm going to come out with 22 million.
Yeah.
There'll be a guy selling a flag. It's you. We know this flag.
I'll what are the dimensions because Nathi Mthethwa told me it's 15 by 20 centimeters. Hey.
Welcome to another hot episode of the POPcast. My name is Miss Cosmo, as I am every single week. I'm here with my main man, Moochie.
It's Moochie for one, baby.
What
up? Sailor,
baby.
We back, we nice.
Ooh, Azang. Did you ever want to be a rapper like in your past life?
Everybody who loves hip-hop tried rapping at least once. I used to go by the name Collision in high school. I was the COLLISION. Don't take me back. Don't make me come out of retirement and take over the game. Hip-hop needs me.
I don't understand this retirement that never took off. Anyway, we're also here joined by our very astute guests.
Astute Mina.
Astute guests. Primo Beloy. Primo 90.
AKA Brownsman, AKA Banabafing.
Oh my gosh. Hey, it's gonna be a hard one. I'm stressed.
Love it, man.
Anyway, Primo 19, what's good?
I'm okay. You guys got me nervous.
Are you 19 forever or what?
Forever and ever. I've got it tattooed on my neck. So 19 until. I played disc. I played 19. Tattooed 19. Social media again 19. I'm 19 years old. Forever.
All right. So Primo 19 with us today. We are out at White Lounge in Sunning Hill. It's actually where Meat Lounge used to be. So if you've ever been to Meat Lounge and you're wondering what actually happened, it's now been revamped and, given a new swing on things. And it's now called White Sunning Hill. Very beautiful venue.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you can obviously check it out to some of the cutaways. It is... it's got a new vibe, a new energy, so do come through and check it out. They've got the Chisanyama vibes, but they've also got the, the upmarket cocktail vibe as well. So you get a best of both happening,
Absolutely. It's a nice wide area. Outdoniana with the
panoramic view.
There's nothing black people have like a kawash.
Yo, kawash and bread meat. Let's go.
But it's also like a best of both because I want to wash my car, but I also want to chisa the yam. I want to chill and have a drink at the same time. So come through in Sunning Hill. It is definitely going to be the vibe. And I know in summertime, it's going to definitely be the venue you want to check yourself out at. All right, so what happened this past week in news? Blackie celebrating getting 10 plaques in one day.
Collected.
Yeah.
Collected.
I think with all of the plaques that he received, there was one that went double platinum. There were two platinum plaques. There was everything else was just gold. He was just killing it. Some of the songs that also went gold, the songs that he dropped just literally 2 months ago from the EP for the For Love EP. Umoya went gold. Cold also went gold. I was just like, in 2 months, the Blackie fans are out here. Shout outs.
Man, Blackie's
what's my favorite thing? Sorry, she please disturb you. Is that all the plaques that he got are all for different music.
Yeah.
So there's like an Afro beats, there's a rapping one, there's a yay, and then there's Umoya, there's the soft ones, there's all, like the whole catalog.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now the boy is multifaceted and talented.
You know
what I'm saying? Very, very dynamic, and it's good to see it. Man, it's the success that he's achieved in, I guess, a short period of time, he's really had rode the wave and has continued to put out new music. Like you were saying, some of these tracks are tracks that came out a year or two ago that he's receiving plaques for, and some of them are songs that literally came out in 2022. So it's dope to see how much he's been able to achieve and contribute to the game. More life to the boy. I don't know what his next move is gonna be. As take over Africa, if he's thinking of world tours as well.
I think he should. He sounds really good on that Afro beats. There's a joy. Like he sounds very nice.
People are using his own tracks.
He also got a plug.
I'm so stressed by these two because they were singing Afrobeat songs before we started shooting, and the lyrics are saying not the one.
Worry,
but as long as you have the feeling.
We know many languages. That's the thing that you don't know about me and Sipho.
Yeah.
You know, we're not just saying.
Including creating your own language.
You can even just make the sound.
Don't think, bro.
You don't have to speak. You can speak Sotho, or you can hum it, and you can still sound like you're speaking Chinese.
Exactly.
Oh, ha. I'm just saying, who am I speaking? Am I speaking Sotho? Am I speaking Chinese? You don't know.
You never know. All right, so just to check out which awards he got. So double platinum was Kwenzekile featuring Madumane and Changchelo, shout out. Platinum award, obviously for Yeah with Nasty C. Big Time Schlepper also got a platinum. Also got a platinum for Hold. So big ups to that. The gold awards, Siga got gold, David got gold, Joy, Umoya, Cold, as well as the album itself, Before Now, the Deluxe. The Deluxe came out after the original album.
The album and the
that
Deluxe.
Also went gold.
He's cooking with gasoline now.
He's just inside. So if you want to get yourself a platinum or a gold, just get Blackie on the joint. Man.
Please.
You know what I mean?
Please, we need more.
Do the right
collision.
thing.
More. Make a decision.
Let's not do it. That sounds like accident. We're not going to it's not a collision.
Guys, you know what? You're gonna bring out the. Don't make me take over the game.
Give us like a four.
No, get out of
That's
here.
one of your guys.
You know you had that one.
You ain't gonna catch me slipping.
You had your go-to bars. Come on.
Nah, we'll see. Maybe at the end of the show, I'm gonna give you guys one tip.
I'm not sure about collision.
Come on.
What a problem. And I'm sure you had like cornrows.
Hey, don't get me started. I had everything you can imagine. Cornrows, more like long exhibit.
Before Travis Scott even.
I am the blueprint. I am hip hop.
That's why you have a cheese scope now. Let's take it away from you.
No, because all those years of braiding, the hairline
too much. You did way too much.
So I give cheese scope because the hairline, it's also back in high school.
Oh no, this is why I would never date a guy with long hair, because now I'm fighting over the hair dryer with my boyfriend. Relax, now we're taking turns basing each other's scalp. I'm not doing that thing.
That sounds romantic. While
Blackie plays in the background. Hold me.
Anyway, still celebrating gold. A big shout out to Zuchi Coke Dope. Hustler's Prayer has just gone gold, so that's also a celebration for him. And he's one of those artists that I think don't get celebrated enough because he does a lot of work as an artist over and above that as a producer. So Zuchi, here's your love, man. We're definitely giving you your flowers.
And I love that track as well.
Yeah, man.
25K and then Reese.
Yeah.
Love. And Reese verse on there, it's just clean track.
Yeah, man.
Zuchi, one of the best in the game. Producer-wise, Jay. Like, he's been, you know what I like? Zuchi's had like this album. Every time he drops a whole project, there's a feel to it. So like I think it was called Die Dope.
Yeah.
That first one had like Mexican guitars the whole way. Then he had Anxiety, which had like pianos the whole way.
Yeah.
You know, and then Anxiety Plus had its own stuff. So every time he drops, it's quality.
I actually think you need to get like a producer to like produce some audio just for your videos. And then maybe you can also do like a theme thing.
I think I should start singing also. Like this one-to-one thing. I think I just need to
Primo and Collision.
Don't
Collaboration.
start something you can't stop.
Please relax. I think you're starting something.
Collision on your
You're trying to get another project. You're trying to get another project through me and
because he's like putting me on. Are you rejecting my future?
No, listen. I'll think about it. One-to-Man is very big right now, so I have to talk to the guy.
I'm stressed. Anyway, moving on to more celebrations. Gigi Lamayne has now been named to be part of the Fenty Beauty family. So Fenty, in case you didn't know, is coming to Africa. Finally.
Edgar's.
And I'm so happy. No, it's coming to Africa.
It's coming to Edgar's.
It's just going to be distributed through Edgar's. Why are you mad at Edgar's?
I'm not mad. I'm just glad Edgar's is back. Edgar's saw flings not too long ago. So the fact that Rihanna said Edgar's, Arieng. I'm glad. I'm happy.
It's good to see Edgar's Libon, but it's stress. Like I think Edgar's might be cool again or something. You know what I mean?
Edgar's problem was that they used COVID as an excuse for their own bad management, financial management. They were losing all of those shops already. Then they said, here's the biggest excuse we can use. If we don't sell out now, then people are going to start catching on to the fact that we're not sure what we're doing.
But can you...
So...
You know, you can take out account to go Edgar's or a. Can you get the paintbrush, study Rihanna?
Yes.
Body sponge, what?
Yes.
You can also get them accounts.
Yes.
People are about to make sure the account is Edgar's.
Because it's definitely
Edgar's. But hey, brother and sister, every month 350.
Yes.
Towards that account, people are about to go into debt for these paintbrushes.
I mean...
But it's great for Gigi Lamayne, first of all, because I think of all the people I would have imagined being taken as an ambassador or going on a campaign with...
like the Mitlalis of the world.
Yeah, because usually it's just the girls that do the beauty that are known for it. You know what I'm saying?
Even though to my channel.
Technically beauty is for everybody. And especially with the ladies, it doesn't matter if you're actually into beauty or not, by default, being lots of the ladies losing makeup. And to be, and in hip hop as well, to be seeing that alley-oop, I love that. Because you know Rihanna also, she's very hip hop inclined.
Of course.
So I'm glad that they thought out of the box. I don't know whose idea to reach out was that Gigi, I think, and I hope she does dope things with this. You know what I'm saying? She deserves her moment.
Definitely. Shout outs to Gigi for that. And I can't wait for Fenty to arrive. As I mentioned, I think all the ladies are excited. We're also excited for Rihanna finally giving birth. Woo! Because wow, I'm glad that
been out the whole pregnancy every time. Did all of her dresses and stuff have like a cut? Now you have to cut it open before she goes out.
Don't cut it open, please.
Women do a lot, guys. You guys do a lot.
Shout out to the people's baby for finally arriving.
The people's baby. Hey, I'm sure ASAP was also happy. Good to at least now my wife is going to be fully dressed when we go out. We don't know.
We don't know if that's going to be even the case. We don't know.
Forgot it.
All right, moving on with some more Rihanna news, actually. Shout out to Tebe Magugu, who dressed Rihanna for the announcement of Fenty coming to Africa. Tebe Magugu is also one of those fashion designers who always has like these pockets of brilliance that I don't think we actually give him a lot of love for. So big ups to him for actually getting that tender.
Didn't he do something with like Beyonce not too long ago? Like for...
He did.
King...
Black is King.
Yes.
He definitely did work with Beyonce on that project and I think something else as well. When that cover came out and Rihanna was wearing that Duke, whatever, and people were like, hey, because it's Africa now, it's time to do that. So first, I also wanted to but then I heard Tebe Magugu's blog. I said,
he's the one that wrapped it.
Let's keep it local, we gotta show love. We'll discuss those things at home later, Rihanna, off camera. But also I was like, there's no need to always, when it comes to Africa, you must wear kente cloth. So kind of whatever day, but
we also need to drop those traditions of whenever the celebrities land, airport. Once we drop those things, we'll also drop these things. I promise.
With those.
Have you ever been to the airport?
I have. I've seen it happen. I also felt it. I can't do that thing.
You get involved. It takes your spirit on you. Welcome back like a champion.
I understand it, but can we please leave it behind?
Let's leave those for the Kruger National Park when we arrive.
Wow.
No, I'm just saying, when you arrive at Kruger, it makes sense. Now, welcome to the...
Then you step out, there's a lion outside. You know, it goes.
I see it.
I never.
Can't be next to Edgar's and then someone is also...
Never. After you go airport, never. Can't be.
You guys are so tricky. Anyway, moving on, we've also got Kelly Rowland, who is still raving about Buntle's dance studio. When she was in South Africa, she actually managed to go out there just to, check out the studios and see what Buntle had to offer from a dance perspective. And it got me wondering, do we actually, capitalize on what we're doing from our dance culture in South Africa? Because dance is very huge. Now that you're talking about, but not at the airports, just the dance culture as a whole. Are we celebrating it enough?
I don't think so. Personally, man. I really don't think so. I've got a lot of dancer friends. I remember there was even...
Come on,
don't expose me. Don't expose me, please. Don't make me start cramping on them. Anyway, I've got a lot of dancer friends. I remember that even the film Jiva came out. I don't even think that was even given enough praise on its own, to have a dance film in South Africa. That was like our Step Up. Remember when Step Up came out? Obohani, and they were doing Matlakala, but they still gave them that whole, praise, and they embraced that dance culture at the time. I don't think we're doing that. There's so many dancers going viral. Besides... the guys are doing it. Amapiano is all over TikTok. Amapiano is everywhere. These people are enjoying us right now. I really don't think.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't. I feel like we can capitalize a lot more. We had things like Majiga back in the day that really kept the momentum of it. Locally, you remember the big dance scene of hip hop in Joburg back in the day, Masters of Rhythm and stuff like that. So I feel like right now, shout out to Buntle first of all, who I know we gave her props
huge
when she opened the dance studio. But I hope that it turns into like a cultural hub of sorts for dance. And so when you go online, that's all we see. It's Africans. Every single video that comes out. I mean, people can't even release songs now that it must come with the pop log challenge.
With the challenge.
Every time, you know what I mean? So we love dancing. It's in our nature.
Very true.
But in terms of like taking it seriously and like the way Buntle is doing and feeding into that machine, I feel like we can do way, way, way more. There's just definitely, I mean, the opportunities are endless, I imagine, for us to have Bonabo step up. We must have something, a movement that focuses directly on, outside of it being attached to somebody's
Umlando, guys, if Umlando, right, if we cultivated, let's not, please.
We almost got him to 30C. I almost got him
sitting down and he was already
leave my hips.
You were definitely moving there. But dance culture is such a big thing, especially with regards to like, even with some of our performances, because you find that when there are dancers who are jumping on stage and taking it to the top with some artists, those are the performances that we remember more than someone just jumping on stage by himself and just rapping whatever he needs to rap. You look at the likes of like Kamumpela, Costa Titch, at Cotton Fest. I think those two were some of the most memorable performances that we had at Cotton Fest, and they had like 1 million dancers each. So why are we not taking that to the top?
Big shout out to Kamo. Her stage presence is incredible. The dancers make that whole thing so crazy. Yeah, they put on a great show.
Hey man, let's celebrate it a little bit more, guys. Come on, South Africa, let's do the right thing. Let's be patriotic.
Operation Arjiving.
Hashtag Arjiving.
Hashtag Arjiving.
Take it to the streets.
Talking about being patriotic, I don't know if South Africa was very patriotic this week when our minister wanted to show his patriotism by celebrating our flag with an invoice of 22 million rands. So much so that our president even said, cancel this thing.
I hate those guys. The way that they're playing us in this entire situation. Our president now looks like he's some sort of a hero.
Who stopped
at
night, it leads.
That
is the explanation.
At night it leads.
It leads.
Yeah.
Man.
It's glowing the dark flag. I don't understand. It's so much money. We can't even begin to quantify 22 million rand for a flag. If you gave me 1 million for a flag, you've given me too much. You know what I mean? Like, so I understand there's the thinking of, we're trying to build a national monument or what else. You know what I mean? Sharp. Don't explain to us those things. We understand them. But we're just not there right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like if the roof in your house was leaking, you don't go, I think I should get a new couch. You know what I'm saying? I think you must have sofa here in
You can't, man.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get a new plasma screen in this house. And it's raining there, water here, wet.
Go ceiling bottle wheel.
How horrible, your bed is clunky and thinking, I think I must get a new headboard. No, get a new bed, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Patch your roof first. Make sure that the smear fence is going through. And then you can buy the car. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Build the garage for it. You know what I mean? So it's like we're starting at the back and we're saying, let's build national pride. We'll get to that thing later. For now, let's fix other issues. Especially now, arts and sports, I'm saying, and recreation. And we know how much as artists been suffering during COVID. All the scandals we've been hearing, where's the money? People are supposed to get cash.
Did we get the grant? The arts and culture grants, did anyone even get that?
So everything had a back door where it went to people. Everyone is asking, when does see that invoice? That's the invoice one is, where did that money go that was allocated? This guy still wants to come around and talk about the flag. We don't have time for the flag, my brother. And also they're acting like, hey, the countries are taking me, Mr. President. Cancel that thing. That's too expensive. Like they're acting as if they don't waste money every day. Now our president suddenly can think.
What do you think we could have done with that 22 million?
So much. So much.
What would you do with 22 million?
First of all, I would go straight to the music industry. I'd give every producer, I'd give them a share of that 22 million.
Why producers?
Producers don't get enough. I'll start with, I'll go to PH, Raw X, I'll go knock on the store, say, Let's go back to making this music. Let's go back, guys. Like, hip-hop is really not getting like what it really needs to be getting, especially from the production side of things, because those are the guys that are really like pushing sound. You know?
Absolutely. I think focusing more on, when I grew up in Mafikeng,
I mean,
That's
we hear
hometown.
we hear this every episode. That's in case you forgot.
In case you didn't hear it in all the other episodes. You can find out Mthethwa. But we used to have this cultural center called Mabana, you know what I'm saying? And that's where you could do a lot of music. There was gymnastics. It was a big, beautiful cultural hub. And after, for a while, it closed down. I think they're trying to reopen it. And I know that in certain places, maybe in bigger towns, there's those cultural places, hubs where kids can go for all types of, whether it's classes for learning school stuff, extra classes, all the way to extracurricular activities. I'm saying it encouraged that spirit of let's get involved in something. But when it's like karate, people are doing music.
You feel bad if you're just chilling on the corner, but now the people are going to the community center.
Exactly. When your friends are after school, they're like, I don't know, to go and do something. You also go for productivity.
That's crazy, actually, because I remember Kuli, you mentioned to me that when he was younger, he used to go to that center and he did gymnastics when he was in school.
Absolutely.
I was like,
I know WHP, all those guys.
Physically,
Hey, when he said somebody break me. So those are the centers that I feel like we need to, if we're saying where 22 million can go, or any other monies in the cultural, it's centers like that. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere, as many as we can pump into our communities. More centers like that. We don't even have a park. The park fella where kids can go play. How can I give Maginza go? You know what I'm saying? The Maginza go
terrorizing space now.
The place that made for kids who grown ass men, kids can't even go play there. It's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So making places like that safe, creating indoor and outdoor areas, body swimming pool, those are the places that are gonna produce heroes. They're gonna produce creativity. Get them over now. What's the music? What's the video? That's when you're gonna see them coming to those areas and getting their skills home. Build more stuff like that. Don't build flags.
Give the TikTokers 22 million.
Come on.
You'll see
from
from
here
22 million.
to Timbuktu for 22 million.
22 million.
He was definitely only just thinking about himself. When he's saying the TikTokers, he means himself.
Definitely not me. Like TikTokers work really hard. You know, that's one thing. A lot of people nyata how much work goes into that 15 seconds, that 20 seconds, that 30 seconds.
We don't nyata it because I've seen it. Like even when your videos come out, I'm just like, firstly, how many people are helping you shoot this thing? Because you're the only person. So you must change your outfit, then you must go back into another scene. Then
change angle, change the light, change it. Young kid, you see all this crew? It's me. My favorite. I must teach you guys how to spy.
And do you do everything with a phone?
Everything is on my own with my phone, one stand.
How long does it take you to do one?
I have to sometimes ask my helper to be the hands of the situation. Whatever the case may be, but it's all me. But like TikTokers really go through a lot just to like produce that stuff every day.
How long does it take to do one 15-second video?
Like maybe 45 minutes towards an hour. Yeah. If I really want it to come out the way, it has to come out. Yeah, I have to take my time.
Really? Yeah. That's a lot of energy.
Definitely. You're scripting now. You have to map that thing out. You have to look like you're saying it. You know, you have to. Sometimes your face is not agreeing with what you're saying, or sometimes that light was wrong for that amount of time, or your timing was off. Me, I'm pedantic. It needs to come out.
And it shows in the work. That's why it lands the way that it lands. Because somebody actually thought about how to produce this entire thing. So you're right about, I mean, there's so many people that deserve this money locally. But you know, Papa is Cosmo, 22 million, or Twarakozi. You know what I'm saying? Maintenance something.
I must just close my Edgar's account.
Everyone must just get something.
Someone must get something. But you know what? There's so many ways that the 22 million can be split. Please don't give us a flag. I know you guys want to do a young Eiffel Tower situation. Nothing can happen when the rest of the country is not in the desperate situation that we're in right now. Put that 22 million back to electricity. Can we stop having load shedding?
Fix the roof.
You know what I mean? Just like small things, you know, take it back to KZN where there was the floods. Just make, you know, the infrastructure a little bit better. There's so many ways we can spend this money. It doesn't even have to go back to the arts. Just generally speaking, the country needs it.
Now you want to tell Paras you spend 22 million on a flag. You think they're not going to... Cables are going off now. They're stealing cables. They're not going to steal the same base of that.
You find that one guy with the arm behind, look at the flag.
He's going to fight with that flag. 120 meters. He's a scrap yard, the whole thing. I'm gonna come out with 22 million.
There'll be a guy selling a flag. It's you. We know this flag.
What are the dimensions? Because Mthethwa told me it's 15 by 20 centimeters. Hey.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something about that flag that is going to make you guys even more angry. Just to close off. Yeah, is that the problem is that the 22 million, that they've already spent money on it.
Yeah.
They've already spent about 5 million just investigating how they're going to build the flag. The people have already been paid. So 22 million already. Before the flag even goes up, the consultation that they're paying people, they've already put out that money. So whatever that they're stopping now, they're stopping with already millions splashed down the drain.
Yeah.
So we need to stop this, close that tab very, very early. You know what I'm saying? Like, not a cent more must go towards it. But that's the thing about these things. 22 million. Now you're starting to see where the money is actually going. Money has already been spent, millions, before the flag has even been erected. How do we get construction? Just the consultation.
Just petrol, it's definitely
Just
petrol. Definitely.
So when are you invoicing 1 million for petrol?
I would. In this economy, petrol is doing too much.
Yeah,
you think of a mentor, Nando's, so say 100,000.
It's tricking.
10 people, 100,000, Nando's, let's go.
But Bonang did say, just quit because we don't know if you know what you're doing with your job, my brother. Bonang also trending this past week, having a bit of a back and forth regarding her contract with CSA Global.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that she had a contract with them, especially when she was getting into her house of BNG. And they've kind of, I don't know, closing her out, ejecting her from the deal, and my question is, would the units even be selling without her fans, without her face? We have to be honest, because now they're making it seem like, we would have sold the wine without you. We can just close you out. Yeah. Sorry, no. There's a lot of people who are posting to say they were buying BNG because of Bonang. They'll even tag her to say, sisters, Seksepota, we are buying your thing. Yeah. Now, Abelungu, what's going on?
This thing is tricky because now going down to the thing that we speak about almost every episode is contracts. The deals that were signed, then later people come back and they don't know what the deals that they signed were. You know
I was literally about to say, the first time I met Muchi, the first thing we spoke about was the industry and people reading contracts and creatives and the actual artists actually going through that stuff and knowing what they're getting into fully. Besides just knowing how much money you're getting or what cuts or how long it's going to go for. But, you know, the ownership rights of what's actually going on. I remember we even spoke about reusing videos since we're into video content. Yeah. We were saying that you don't want people to keep rejecting a video, but now they're kind of taken away from how much you've spent to make the stuff that they're rejecting. You know, so I think also as an artist, there's that big part of it to learn. You know, that we need to actually know what we're getting into all the way through.
Yeah.
So it's very tricky in that sense. As it stands, the deal, from my understanding, is that, of course, it takes a lot to distribute and produce alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So the guys, what they're saying is that the initial contract that they covered the cost of launching BNG. You know what I'm saying? They covered the cost of launching the company and the distribution deal. They did all the groundwork to get and Bonang is the face of it, and it's she's the partnership. They're in partnership together with this brand, you know what I'm saying? Because she's not like she's harvesting or picking grapes, whatever. She's joining the process in this production phase, and of course the branding is around her. It's her brand. So that's why people are coming in, they're like, this is Bonang and it's her brand and her likeness. But the background of it is that there's a work that is being done there that they're saying they did, and according to the contract, they own the likeness of it. And what they said that they don't want to continue owning it, actually. That we're very willing to sell it to Bonang or to give it up, but she's not going to get it for free. That's what they're pretty much saying. So it's almost like Bonang must buy back whatever investment that they initially put in, if they're willing to give it to her. It is the article that I remember last year. Where the current conversation is currently, I must still catch up, but I remember that was the initial, I remember reading those contracts and that statement from CSA saying, no, we're not trying to enslave Bonang into this deal. Now that she wants it, she can buy it back, pretty much. Whatever initial investment, which can be seen in black and white, if I put in money to produce Noni's television show, yes, it's Noni, then it's Miss Cosmo, it's the brand, but if I'm the guy doing the production and I bought my cameras and everything, and she's like, I want to own that, it's like, cool, sharp, I invested R1 million. If you can just give me my R1 million, you can continue with whoever you want.
I think the conversation now is around removing her from that contract. So you're right with regards to they own a portion of it because they've put in the work, they've put in the equipment, they've put in a lot of the research and whatever the case may be. I think now it's just escalated to a point where they're like, okay, sisters, okay, sharp, I'll just keep again. And for her, she's just like, but this is my face, this is my brand, this is my name. How are you guys just going to exclude me from something that I've also contributed to? I might not have done the dirty work, I might not have done the research, I might not have picked the grapes, but my brand equity is an investment into this
absolutely.
thing.
Very
and people wouldn't be buying it if it wasn't for my face.
And that's the problem now. If they're trying to take her out the deal, then something I guess has gone wrong with the communications. Because at first they were like, she can take it, but now if they're not agreeing and they're saying, hey, actually if you don't, we're actually going to take you out. Now it's getting to a point where it's weird. Because if they can continue making money without you, and even if you get a royalty, it'll be so insignificant that it bothers you. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting, let's say, 5% in the end, where they basically take you out the deal, they're like, we're going to continue calling this BNG, even if you never do another ad again, and for everything we'll pay you ad hoc, then that would irritate me as well. I'd be like,
isn't it her agent/manager or something like that?
Yeah,
that's my thing. Now I must watch my back with the people who are handling me.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. And I think for the first time, because everybody knows, Bonang, yes, she might have had like situations happening. Every time there's a scandal around her brand, hula, sisters. She just lets it play out. She keeps quiet. She goes about her work. She does what she needs to do. She handles it in the background. This is possibly the first time we've seen in her career where she's actually like, screw you niggas.
Damage control actually now.
I'm actually going to now tell you that you guys are screwing with me, and I'm actually going to make it public, because generally she's always been about keep mom, let's deal with it in the back.
It's the money now. There's big money.
I think that's why people are so like dumbfounded about how this thing is playing out, because she's never been a person to tweet about her problems. And for her to actually get to the point where she's tweeting about it must mean it's actually getting to a big problem. Where she's losing money. She lost her radio show that she was supposed to do in the States. Because remember, she moved to the States for a point, and she was supposed to do a radio show there. And everybody was like, okay, what is she doing in New York? And then she came back and they were like, how sisters? Only to find that her same agent is the one who swindled her out of a deal. So...
yeah, this thing of agents and managers we speak about every week, swindling people out of deals. I never understand what the end goal is. Considering if you're making money with Bonang, why couldn't you make money with Bonang?
We're all making money.
Yeah, like, but I guess people get greedy, and especially, like I said, those initial contracts. Once people sign on the dotted line to a certain extent, those things may seem one way, and then as time goes and as a brand develops, we know what people are like, okay, let's come back to the table and renegotiate. I think that's where the problems always start. Where initially you're always happy to be like, yeah, we're going into partnership because I'm not doing everything by myself. But then over time, especially when it's your entire likeness, your brand equity, as you just said, that's being taken advantage of, then you know now I get them paid.
Muchi, we'll have space in fit. We'll have space. We'll have space in fit. To go talk about contracts, we need to hear these things. We'll have space.
I don't know about
it's
the
tricky,
space.
but I guess we'll get an actual legal update and see where they are so that we can break it down for you guys.
Let's hope the people who are logging onto that space have data to, keep logged on. It's very tricky in this country. All right, so let's move on to some of the music that came out this past week, some of the music that we are enjoying. I was talking about my brother here performing some Afro beats that he doesn't really know the words to, but we're out here, Collision coming back.
That's really...
Burna Boy, Last, new song that's out. Who also did a really awesome performance this past week. Where was that performance again?
Billboard Music Awards. And he performed his new single from his album that's coming out, what is it, Love Damani? Which is coming out in a month, or is it 1st of June? Or 1st of July, one of those months. It's coming out.
Do you know what I dig about Burna Boy? The work rate.
I was about to say, didn't he just drop an album?
Dude, and the thing is, it was African Giant, then it was another one, then now it's this one that's coming out. Compared to his counterparts, our Wizkid, where you'll wait another 4 years for another album. Like, this guy's just saying, it's my time now, I'm moving.
And he's the cover of the latest cover of Billboard's magazine. So definitely they gave him his time, his performance. And his single Last, if you haven't heard it, it samples Tony Braxton. He was a man enough.
He was a man enough.
You know Tony Braxton's gonna let
Listen, you a rapper. Let's stick to it.
So I think Americans, because of course some people see him on stage and people recognize him sharp, but those who don't know him, when the song starts, it sounds like Tony Braxton. So people thinking, hey, is Tony around today? But who's this guy? You know what I'm saying? Because the initial, but dope sample, it's called Last. He directed the video himself, which he shot at his house in Lagos. Very, very dope. And he speaks about a lot in that track, actually. He even speaks about when crashing his Ferrari, and he shows that in the video.
Crazy.
But also saying, I'm burner, so I got money to burn, so don't worry about my Ferrari, my brother.
I like the whole,
just buy
there's a
another
choir
one.
vibe that he put inside. Did you hear the whole last night?
In case you didn't believe me,
I think we've got something, Muchi. I think now I can consider you from a feature for a feature. We can do something. Let's do something.
Talent, noticing talent.
Do you know what the saddest part about this whole situation is?
What?
Burna will never come perform in the
Oh, can you guys do
because Simthugile and umuntu wathi, oh, nangithuka.
Angsabuyi.
I'm not coming back there.
No one's playing soccer anymore.
Yeah, he took his TV game.
I'm out.
You know, you're beating your friend at FIFA and they're like, switch this thing off. You switch this PlayStation off, Burna Boy.
We'll never hear bank on it live.
My boy.
Guys.
We'll never see it live. Well, I mean,
or at least not in African soil.
Let's make money.
African soil.
Let's make money.
So if you want to catch Burna Boy, you have to catch a flight, not feelings.
Afro Nation, Portugal. Maybe if you're lucky, you can go there.
There's an Afro Nation Ghana happening also in December.
Oh yes, there is one that happened.
Afrochella.
You're not ill.
In Ghana, it's called Afro, but it's the same people, I believe.
They do it everywhere. So they did one in Puerto Rico. They're doing now in Portugal. They do it in Ghana because it's Africans who are actually hosting it. So I do think they are.
New Year's Eve, that last week of the year.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely. And it's a vibe as well, Afrochella.
Sounds like it would be.
I definitely would love to pop in there. Who knows? Maybe December, Ghana.
Hey man. Hopefully we'll be able to see him at some point, but definitely not in Mzansi. All right, so with more music, we are talking about Kendrick Lamar's brand new album that also just came through. There's a lot of reactions, a lot of feelings around the album. And of course, because South Africans always have to put a spin on things, there's also the video with Tao Mogale.
I don't know phone. How many times did you call? Once? Twice? 3 times?
Why,
Liso? Why you guys do this? Why can't you just let Kendrick be great?
I'm sure Kendrick's probably going, I don't know what they're doing in Africa, bro. I don't know what they're doing in Africa, bro.
But as long as I should train it, we know.
His song. But it was a great album. I love that album, personally, even though people aren't liking the fact that it did 238 first week. Yeah, I still think it was really good. Apparently,
what were they expecting? Because, I mean,
I'm on the tip out of that's decent right now.
I think,
for him.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a whole comparison thing with the big three in hip-hop. Because if you think about it, Kendrick, J. Cole, and Kanye West / Drake, they all kind of make up that whole standard of the top tier.
Right.
So now there's a comparison now between, is he performing as much as the top tier since no one was dropping for a very long time?
Right.
Remember, we kind of went through a drought.
Yeah.
Drake took forever. Kanye took forever.
Eesh.
Everyone took forever. Until, now I think they're being a little bit unfair on my homeboy Kendrick.
I mean...
I feel like that too as well. I feel like the 230, I feel like the way that it started off right now, I feel like he'll go on to have a very successful album. I think he will eventually go platinum. Starting at 238. I don't think there's much to worry about really. And there's so much to unpack in that entire album that the content is just gonna keep rolling out.
Yeah.
So maybe first week, not spectacular numbers, but the way that sales are right now, if you just compare him to like, if there's only 2 or 3 other people performing higher than you, then I don't think you should be anything to worry about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're at the top. You're at the top.
But my first feelings of the album is that it's dope.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting initially based on the last album. But already with that Hot Pot 5 video where they're changing faces, I knew Oguti Chab is on his conceptual shit. You know what I'm saying? He's always trying to unpack a lot of things, work cancel culture. Yeah. He's addressing so many things in that body of work that so far what I'm hearing is sounding very, very dope from Kendrick. There's that video, N95. And I think that the creativity shown in that video is just spectacular.
Can I tell you, I feel snubbed.
Why?
For that video here, N95. Have you seen how it starts?
I feel snubbed.
Yeah.
So Kendrick said,
have you seen the video? Have you seen how it starts? Tell me that doesn't look like Brown to Man, first scene, camera rolling up, and now Kendrick is, guys, I'm just saying, guys, let's give credit where it's due.
So we must give it back to Primo.
Kanye West had the floating stage after Casper on your verse at the Dome. Kendrick is doing Brown to Men's things there. I'm just saying.
You call that influence?
I'm just saying, guys, please, let's be fair.
So do you think Kendrick is following you on TikTok?
No, they see me, they just don't follow me. You know these guys, you know what you're
He's just at the bed going, this Primo boy.
Hey, I'm chilling blind.
It is being so... If I want sharper Primo.
Hey, man, I'm a film.
No ways.
Oh my gosh, you guys are too much.
But that's influence. And I think
it's fine.
Now we'll give you your flowers, boy. That's influence.
It's fine.
Excuse me?
It's enough. You guys give me my shout out every time on the show. It's fine. It's enough for me. It's definitely more than enough.
Kendrick, you better give credit where it's true. Okay? Better holler at my nigga Primo.
Young creatives.
I mean, always getting snubbed on the internet. Anyway.
Let's not, please. Let's not.
All right, let's move on to the next tune. We've got Major Steez that dropped a brand new song. It's called Helicopter. It's also got a Major Heli Dance Challenge. Have you checked out the dance challenge for Helicopter?
You see, this is the pressure that comes with being on TikTok.
I'm just asking.
I must see it all.
I'm asking you when's your video dropping?
I've seen it. I just have one reservation because I really enjoy Major Steez. I enjoy them. They have a nice, presence on TikTok and on social media and stuff like that. I need a reservation to do what? That's my only issue with the song. I like the song. I like the bump. I like how it's very youthful.
Yeah.
I need a reservation.
What do you mean by that?
That's what he says.
Yeah.
Helicopter.
Need a reservation.
I need a reservation.
To do what?
To ride the helicopter? Or what are we doing? That's my only thing. I really enjoy them. The boys are hot. The boys are hot. The boys can make a smash hit. Why do I need to make a reservation for? Tell me now first.
To book the helicopter.
Then say, the helicopter via. You need to make a reservation. That's all. That's all. But I really like it. Dope tune.
You actually could. When they first, there was a time when they dropped Uber Chopper in Cape Town.
Yeah.
And you could, on Uber, you could request a helicopter ride.
Helicopter.
Uber Black comes and picks you up and takes you to the helipad. And you could just, of course, there was thousands, but you could actually do that. A reservation.
Yeah, then you need a reservation.
So I really think that way the boys are talking, or that's where they're going with this track.
I really doubt it.
I enjoy them as well. Everything that you just said about them, dope. They've got nice flavor. Their presence, social media presence. They're very youthful, playful as well, a little bit with the music. And it's very vibey. I love Asbonge, the track that they came out with before, even the remix. From Asbonge to this one, I don't know. It's not landing the same. I've been bumping it, trying to get into.
Yeah, it's not gonna land. It's in a helicopter.
No.
I'm gonna do a feature on the album. Primo and Collision featuring Miss Cosmo.
You know what? This is a band now.
We on.
At this
We're on
stage,
tour now.
It's a bit of a wasting time. Yeah, we turn this into a music video.
See on.
We stop
Live.
shooting these things.
Where's my shades? But
It's gonna rock same time. But I feel like the track is, it's got a nice vibe to it, but it's not landing the same as Asbonge. In terms of do I think it's as hot? Do I think it's a great follow-up? I don't think so. I
think, you know what, it's got legs. It's definitely got something where people are gonna enjoy it. I think with the dance talent challenge, it might also help a little bit. And I think the boys are definitely building onto something. I think they are trying different things, which is good, because sometimes artists get caught up in this is the formula that works, let's run with it.
True.
So I like that they're, fooling around with how they can get their music out there. But because they're young, they still have a lot of opportunities to get that hit that'll take them all the way to the top. So I dig the song though. It's not amazing, but I enjoy it. I think it's good enough for me to play.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I said, they're very creative online, so I'm sure they'll take, just like they're doing the helicopter challenge. Is that I'm sure they'll find those snippets, make you, fall in love with the song because of that. Because Asbonge, I didn't know it was a track at first. I just used to see it as a TikTok thing when they first came out. I saw the challenge before I actually heard the track.
A lot of songs is the challenge.
Asbonge is an old thing.
No, I know it's old. That's what I'm saying. When I saw it on TikTok and I heard that snippet, I thought it was just building off the hype of the whole Asbonge thing, because it was a very popular phrase or word, Yamapiano. So I just thought it was one of those things. So that's where I got the song first, and then to see the full thing, like Casper, I was like, oh. And the build-up was dope. So I don't know what they're gonna do with this helicopter thing, with the challenge. I don't know how it's gonna end up feeling in my head. In the end, maybe can't vibe guy anymore. But I'm just saying, if I compare it musically, fair, especially those two.
Also, they don't need to stay on it though, too. Like, keep it moving. You know how the social media age works, how the internet works. Even how piano has shown itself to be. Like, let's get on to the next one. They're feeling it or they might not be feeling it, but let's not focus too much on that one. Let's do another one. And especially because I think they're hit makers. If you really think about it, they're not trying to, out-rap everybody in the whole game. They're hit makers. They're gonna come through with another smash. So let's try again, guys. Let's try again.
Experimentation is always good. So because they're new artists as well, we don't know the whole arsenal of what they may have to offer. So we'll just keep it, keep it locked with them rather, and see what else they have to offer.
Big ups to the guys, man. And big ups to our guest today, Primo19.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
When can we expect the next video?
Every day.
I'm a boy out here working.
Tomorrow.
Do you know, every day, without fail, I always see somebody reposting one of your reels. And that's actually how, if I miss it on my timeline, I see it on somebody else's timeline, on somebody else's story. And it's always a different video.
Yeah, I hope so.
I feel like sometimes I don't even appreciate them properly because I just leave there 15 seconds and someone reposted.
Yeah.
I feel like you watch it the entire time on somebody else's story.
Yeah.
So I'll be crying. I'll be like, if I don't press skip, I'm gonna catch the whole 15 seconds. And I look at the time. If I see Muma doing something,
then you have to go inside.
I have to go inside. I think you must deliberately make the moment 19 seconds. So but always going clean.
16.
16.
That's so you can see the last second.
That's the point where you're like, You know, because sometimes you lazy watching stories. I gotta get TV.
Yes, that's true.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Shout outs, man. I think you're definitely very creative. A lot of people 100%. Don't understand where you get the ideas from, but we love it.
Understand.
We never get it, but we love to watch it.
Never gave you.
And shout outs to your helper for being,
for being the extra helping hand. Lerato, Watusa, we're doing something big here.
And I mean,
we're taking it to the next level.
100%, man, and wish you definitely all the best.
Thank you so much.
Which is your favorite video?
To see.
My own personal favorite?
Yes.
Yo. I'm saying this pipe is put. The pipe is pa. The water is chwa everywhere. Me, I'm saying I'm here having spanel, but I don't know at all when to start. That's my favorite, personally.
Your current one with the flag, I thought that was like, now you see, that's a person who understands what's going on in the country, and then drops the right thing, because you created
at the right time.
You brought it, like, it's a song that everybody knows, but that level of thinking is dope too. It's just top notch. So
thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys because you guys been showing me love. You've been showing me so much love on you guys. Every time you guys shout me out, someone sends me a link, say, Primo, come see yourself. And it's you guys. So I appreciate it so much.
I also think, especially because we're in a place now where they sell Hubble Bubble. I mean, I love that. Babus Kusana. Please just go and check out his page.
I paid me Hubble Bubble, so I couldn't use the real thing. I had to find a replacement for the smoke. Something must happen. Something must happen.
Then how do you think about
production? I
piece of paper?
It's all production.
No, it was too clean. Please go and check out Primo's page. Follow him on TikTok. Follow him on
Instagram,
social media, Instagram, YouTube, Zonke Bonke. Please keep on pushing, keep on doing your big things. I think everybody's appreciating you, especially at a time where content creation is what's hot right now. You definitely struck gold at the right time. And we're hoping to see you even at those content creator awards that Sipo and I spoke about a few episodes ago. You are taking it to the top, and
I'm hoping to see myself.
Did you enter?
Did
you submit some stuff?
I'm submitting as we speak. I also want to let me campaign a little bit. Say, put Brownsman on the stage, guys. Let's put Brownsman on the stage to perform for the content creators. He is
you see, this is what we're talking about. The content creators must be all in center stage. That's a very creative thing to do. The ones who are musical must be the musical performance.
Exactly.
Outside things. Just keep it here.
We know you guys perform and it's nice and you're gonna see Blackie, but it's fucking Tina.
Yeah, shout outs to that, man. Shout outs to Primo 19. Shout outs to our venue for today, White Sunning Hill. As I mentioned, come through and check it out. It's a very beautiful venue and you want to see yourself here because it's the place to be. With that, we still have more coming through here on the POPcast. Make sure you join us every single week.
Yes, sir.
Where we give you the hottest in pop culture entertainment. Please like, subscribe, comment, Zonke Bonke. And of course, we still have What Matters to Moochie and The Real Views. What up, though? This is The Real Views here on POPcast. So, I think everybody has kind of gotten themselves within the Netflix gang and saying, yo, whatever's coming out right now, we need to kind of support it from a local production perspective. And the show that I watched this past week was Savage Beauty. And I think because it had hit #1 at some point this past week, it goes to show that everybody is kind of enjoying the show. What I love the most about it is the fact that it's not a typical South African story where there's gangs, where it's drugs, where it's, I was out to Dubula and the action film, what. No, they're saying, yo, we're going to give you a very impeccable story where it's not about poverty, but rather about opulence in South Africa, but in the beauty industry, which is something that's actually not even spoken about. But the way that they put it together and the production, you can see a lot of money was put into the show. You can see that they made sure that everything came together from production set, all the way through to editing, all the way through to the story, all the way through to the way that they had done the post-production. So big ups to the entire team. The series is really good. And I think a lot of people who don't necessarily watch South African shows need to pay attention to this one because the storyline is amazing. And a big ups also to Rosemary Zimu, who put her heart and soul into her performance. I think everybody who came to the party on this one was really, really dope. And I love how they obviously mixed it up to make sure that they keep you watching for every single episode. And I can't wait for season 2 because I think it left us on a clincher. So go and check it out. Savage Beauty is out on Netflix. Definitely worth your time and your energy. 10 out of 10.